And there was loads of talk for him going up to heavyweight. What's happened with that?
He was trying to cash out, wasn't he, Mairis BRIEDIS? He was chasing like a fight with Jake Paul or one of the Pauls. I don't know which one.
I know who it is. It's Johnny B from the Old Proper podcast.
I think he made a big mistake leaving that gym.
Jaiopetaia is the only one. I mean,
he's champion in it, isn't he?
Who else is there to compete?
Well, you got the next. You got that.
Can you see any of them guys?
How about richardriakporhe as well?
From what I'm hearing, the reason why is because Ben Shalom thinks that the fight won't sell.
If you'd have seen him spar, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'll put a little record straight here. I mean, jaiopetaia came in, flew in, lovely kid, great team, great fighter. But all this rubbish about he put Tyson away and all that, you probably heard yourself. It's a load of rubbish. I think he was a little bit shocked on how good Tyson really was. And, and you know, he's a cruiserweight, but not taking nothing away from him because he's a great fighter, a lovely kid.
Jaiopetaia takes on Mairis BRIEDIS on May the 18th in Saudi. But Baz, it's been a little bit quiet, hasn't it? But before we get into it, tee us up for it, Baz. Go on.
BRIEDIS lost his IBF world title in a 12-round bloodbath almost 2 years ago, sir. And the pair will now fight for the same vacant title after OPETAIA was stripped at the end of last year. But it's going to be interesting, sir. It's going to be interesting.
It is interesting, Baz. Just like how quiet it is in camp. Anyway, let's get into it, man. We've got Mairis BRIEDIS, Jaiopetaia, big fight coming up in May, and we've not heard anything about it. We've been searching the archives. I've been Googling like crazy, and it's just nothing there. Do you reckon it's all gone a bit quiet since? Well, it's all been quiet since that Tyson Fury debacle.
Since the old rumour,
wasn't it? Before we get into it,
there you go.
The other week we was at the boxing, and who did we bump into?
Yes. So I got to lay a little bit of a backstory. So
you got to lay the groundwork.
Yeah, you got to lay the groundwork.
Just like baking a cake, you got to, or building a house even, you got to,
Yeah, you don't just throw the ingredients like that straight into the oven, do you? You got to mix them up a little bit.
Yeah. We're turning into a cooking channel. Last week I was talking about some flamu or whatever.
Oh, the flamu.
a flimbu. And that's all right. It's like building a house, mate. First of all, you put the first brick, but you put the second brick and some cement. But anyway, go into it. Give us some.
Digress, then.
I'm spitting.
Yeah,
I'm going to have a drink.
Basically, we went to the old Boom Battle Bar in the O2 to watch the fight. But before that, we thought, let's go watch the old Arsenal versus Man City. Thought that'd be a good game.
It's a bit poor, isn't it?
It was a bit poor, to be fair. But the atmosphere was good.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there anyway, upstairs, and it's Rams, like Arsenal fans, Man City fans everywhere. So I thought I'd survey the surroundings. And at my right ear, this voice rings a bell. I was like, I know who it is. It's Johnny B from the Old Proper podcast.
What are the chances, But it probably helped that there was a big boxing show on.
It did help.
It did help. But it was good. Like, what massive welcome to everyone who's joined through the shout out, because he gave us a nice shout out on the podcast.
Yeah,
and
we had a cracker at the old pub as well, didn't we? It was a laugh.
Yeah,
all the lads were quite funny.
Yeah, got a good group of guys, and the podcast is amazing as well. If you haven't already, go and check it out. Subscribe, and on the YouTube channel as well. Like the main videos, they're always a good laugh. So
after that, and then obviously we went on to see old Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clark.
Yeah, and what was an epic bloodbath. But we won't delve on it too much. We know there's been a lot on in the news. But why is everyone here? As I said, Jaiopetaia versus Mairis BRIEDIS. How good is OPETAIA? Before
the Jordan Thompson fight, actually going back before that.
Well, we were saying he was going to be something special, didn't we?
We did. And to be honest, the cruiserweight division is like bar OPETAIA is a little bit stagnant, isn't it? So,
really? I don't know.
I think so. I
think I disagree. Baz.
What's going on with Billum Smith? Where's Lawrenceokolie? What's going on here?
It has stagnated a little bit recently, and that's probably due to boxers' involvement there. You had richardriakporhe, Billum Smith, Coley. Gone a bit stale recently, isn't it? Billum Smith, I like him. He always wears his heart on his sleeve. He's another one.
He's a gentleman, isn't he?
He's a gentleman. He's a little bit like Fabio Wardley in the sense that he doesn't take a backward step.
No.
Like when the going gets tough, he managed to dig it out, didn't he?
Yeah. So based on the cruiserweight division as it stands, bearing in mind that Okolie is sort of gone up to some strange weight class
what
that no
about
one knows.
You can't just skim over it. Like, I mean, like Okolie, like it was all teed up.
What's the weight class that he's
bridgerweight? Like, so the WBC invented this new weight, and it's meant to bridge the gap between heavyweight and cruiserweight. But yeah, I mean, it's named after someone who is unwell, unfortunately. I think it's a young kid, so that's why they've called it the bridgerweight. But I don't know, Baz. I don't know. It's not. I
don't like it. I don't like it.
I think the WBA have tried to copy it and keep the same weight class, but it's not quite working. It's not getting the traction.
And there was loads of talk through him going up to heavyweight. What's happened with that?
Well, he had unfinished business at cruiserweight, Okolie.
Yeah.
He fought Billum Smith in Bournemouth. There was a whole load of fans there, but it was a bit of a snore fest. A lot of hugging going on.
Too much hugging.
And Billum Smith won that night. If it weren't for the Bournemouth crowd, it would have been really stale, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
As much as I didn't like the fight and how it went in terms of how boring it was, Billum Smith won, rightly so. He deserved to win, and he's always an exciting fighter. But I did want Okolie to get that rematch shot. And
I mean, from what I'm hearing, the reason why is because Ben Shalom thinks that the fight won't sell. That's what the rumors are saying.
Yeah, but if you got it probably allegedly, it probably won't sell as well as the first one. But if you've got a rematch clause and it's in the contract, like how is it Okolie's gone over to Boxer and he's been done over like that? Like he was with Matchroom, wasn't he?
He was. And I've noticed in his last couple of interviews, he's not been wearing that Rolex, you know.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
He's completely done away with Eddie Hearn now.
Yeah, it's a shame really for him because he took the defeat quite well. He didn't complain. He's not made any excuses at all.
No. I like him, but it's a big debacle.
He's teamed up with Joe Gallagher as well now, hasn't he?
He has.
Which is an interesting one. I think he made a big mistake leaving that gym, the Mugugan gym.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, he was doing well. He was starting to have these exciting fights under McGuigan.
They joined Sugar Hill, wasn't it?
Joined Sugar Hill, and the aim was that he would bring that excitement and continue it under him, and it just went flat, didn't it? It didn't work out at all. His first fight was a loss, and that's his first loss in his career. So that's been a bit of a nightmare. So I don't think. You know what they say, Baz? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Anyway, enough about Lawrence Okolie.
But the cruiserweight division as a whole, jaiopetaia is the only one. Is the ruler. I mean,
he's champion in it, isn't he?
Who else is there to compete?
Well, you got the next. You got.
Can you see any of them guys?
No, but richardriakporhe as well. Richardriakporhe again. There's another one. There's another one who's gone a bit stale.
Yes.
He had that little scuffle in the cinema with Okolie, and you were thinking these guys are going to meet up. It'll be a cracking fight. And again, that never materialized. Richardriakporhe was ordered to fight jaiopetaia and just pulled out. He's like, no, I'm not. Don't. Was it him? He didn't want that smoke, or was it Boxer? Or
Boxer, but it's got to be Boxer, isn't it? With everything that's been going on lately,
they just like to just kill the dreams of their fighters. Like crush them around, don't they?
I know.
Like Adam Azim, that whole debacle there. Now he's meant to.
That's why you got to respect Fraser Clark. The fact that of everything that happened, and then he still went out there, and to be honest, he surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, he surprised me. I didn't expect him to fight that well, and maybe they made the right decision, taking a bit of time out there. But who else we've got? And just below that, you've got like your Chev Clarks, your Vidal Rileys, those kind of guys, the Chamberlains. Yeah, it's a shame. The division has a lot of potential, but it has stagnated a little bit. So Baz, you were reading up on OPETAIA, weren't you? And a potential next opponent, and if he gets past BRIEDIS.
Yeah, it's a little interesting one. Little snippet is possibly jaiopetaia to fight the winner of Better Be Bivol.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, total different weight classes, but you can make it work.
Yeah, it could happen.
He's not a massive cruiserweight, is he, OPETAIA?
He's not. When you compare him to the likes of, like, say, for instance, Lawrence, who's like, I think 6'5" or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know how he made it, to be honest.
jaiopetaia 6'2", so yeah, it's complete difference there.
Yeah, and he had Ramirez to step up in weight to go up to cruiserweight, and it It could work. It could work. But in terms of this fight, Mairis BRIEDIS, 28-2. His only 2 losses are to
But
OPETAIA.
he's been out the ring for 2 years, Sav.
Just do the maths for me, Baz. What was the last date he fought?
I think it was July of 2022.
Oof.
That's a long time, man.
And what's he been doing, Baz? Is he been like
He's been
ayahuasca with Wilder or something?
Sipping a margarita on ayahuasca with him.
Yeah. What's he been up to?
Who knows? I don't know what's been happening with him, but he's 39 years old now, Sav.
What? Nah.
39.
Is he 39? Wow.
39 years old.
No wonder he's trying.
28.
He was trying to cash out, wasn't he, Mairis BRIEDIS? Against.
He was.
He was chasing like a fight with Jake Paul, or one of the Pauls. I don't know which one, and it didn't quite happen. He even tattooed their name on
disappointing. That's
himself,
disappointing,
Baz, to try and get that payday.
That's next levels, days. I couldn't do that.
Would you do that?
Yeah,
Would you like, if
who's to say I haven't got it tattooed already, son?
To put Jake Paul on you right now,
he's on my ass.
How much would that cost?
Yeah. But giving a quick rundown, there's about a 1-inch reach advantage for jaiopetaia, and 6'2" to BRIEDIS is 6'1", so there's not really much difference in there, is there?
Big difference, obviously, is OPETAIA is a southpaw, isn't he?
Oh, that as well. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and we were saying, or I was saying, before everyone got started getting high off OPETAIA, it's like, this guy could be like the next Calzaghe, But
he has got that little. He's got that spite in him, isn't
he? It's weird because he has that sort of amateur style fighting. He's really light on his feet, isn't he? And he pops out the jab and the cross. He's got a lot of punch selection there, but he's got power to back it up as well. So that's the one thing Calzaghe lacked a little bit of, was the power. But OPETAIA, if he can emulate that and have the power, what a force to be reckoned with. I mean, we've seen it already.
That's it. And then now his jaw's probably like reinforced with bloody
he's
titanium or something.
Exactly. Whoever's fighting him has to sign a disclaimer saying that they're happy to punch metal. Or, it's like, I think he said he's had his jaw, he's had like a whole load of injuries where he's had to have sorted out. So hopefully, though, Baz, he's not going to be injured for this May the 18th fight, because, as I said, it is very quiet at the moment, and we'd like to see him back out again.
Yeah.
So we've talked about jaiopetaia and potentially what's next if he wins. But what about Mairis BRIEDIS? Can he upset the apple cart? What happened?
Oh, you know what? I don't even want to talk about it, because whenever I make these predictions, these bold predictions,
giving it rounds as well. Yeah.
Last couple of weeks, my predictions have been off about what's going to happen next. And
to be fair, though, you couldn't really predict a Fabio Wardley versus Fraser Clark draw, could you?
Nah, that's
so
true.
I think a lot of people lucked out on that one.
When we were talking to people, a lot of people did say they thought Fabio would win as well. But the Marku versus Congo.
Yeah. See, that's why I didn't give a prediction that one.
Yeah, that was it.
I was
Apologies to Chris.
I was listening to my sources from the gym, and they were saying Congo was gonna cause an upset, and it caused me to like hang back and not make a prediction on that one.
I know. What can I say? My head got the better of me.
It's gone a bit quiet there, isn't it, with Marku? But, I mean, rumor has it he had an injury, but don't want to take anything away from Chris Congo. So
no, he boxed very well. So on that note, I mean, I don't want to really give a prediction on what's next for him.
Look, we'll keep our eyes peeled. Anything comes out in the next week or two, we'll let you know. But if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. And welcome again to those new subscribers. Massive shout out to Proper Boxing channel. Go watch it if you haven't already. And massive thank you to our fans who've been there from the beginning, Baz. Almost at 500 now. So yeah,
let's get us there.
Peace.